Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Means, I salute unto you, Bhagavan, Krishna, Guru, Master of the world, Son of Vasudeva, Supreme Bliss of Devaki, Destroyer of Kamsa and Chanura. I salute to you. So yesterday, we were speaking about how Lord Sri Krishna initiated Arjuna into the tattva of responsibility and told him, you are your own friend, you are your own enemy, evolve yourself through the self and do not degrade yourself. Summary, if you know the technique of how to raise yourself by yourself, you are the friend of yourself. If you let yourself down, you are the enemy of yourself. So very beautifully Krishna summarizes about responsibility through this verse. Means thinking, feeling, acting and cognizing life from the truth that you are the source of everything. Therefore, you are responsible for all happenings inside you and around you. So very beautifully Krishna teaches responsibility to Arjuna, because when Arjuna got shaken up after the Vishwarupa Darshan, the fear of expansion overtakes him just because he is devoted to Krishna. Arjuna beautifully becomes responsible and awakens his enlightenment with the next tattva of enriching. So we now come to the fourth tattva, spiritual principle, which Sri Krishna is initiating Arjuna into, that is enriching. Please understand, enriching means infusing all these three above tattvas continuously in your life and others' lives. Integrity, authenticity, responsibility, infusing all these tattvas continuously in your life and others' life. This is what is called enriching. You may ask, I can understand why I should enrich myself, but why should I speak to others? Why should I enrich others? Listen, life happens to you with others. The purpose for which you are born is for enriching yourself and others. When you operate from this understanding, you are most alive. You are at your peak and living enlightenment. Understand, you are not living alone, are you? You are living with the help of society, isn't it? People around you, isn't it? Suddenly you get sick. You just call 911. Ambulance comes. Police comes. Just at your one call, they run and come to you to help you. If they think, oh, come on, if she's sick, what will I do? What will happen to us? Somebody is shooting at you with a gun. You'll call for the police. They run and come within 5 minutes. If they don't, what will happen? If they think, I should protect myself, why should I protect her? So life happens to us because with others only. Same way, life happens to them because of us only. It's mutual. So when you operate from this understanding, you'll be alive. You'll be at your peak and will be living enlightenment. That is why enriching is the key that unlocks the power of living in you. That is when you are really living. What kind of living is it? If we just sit in our sofa, eat, sleep, then that's not living, right? Wow, somebody saw Swamiji in the dream. She had a darshan of Swamiji yesterday night. Please understand, every relationship you experience is just one dimension of you. It is your son who's making you a father. It is your wife who's making you a husband. Husband is one dimension of you, right? Father is one dimension of you. If there is no son, how will you become a father? If there's no wife, how will you become a husband? It is your followers who make you a leader. Without followers, how will you become a leader? Understand. Only if a beggar is there, you can give charity. We always feel, wow, we are such a charitable person. We are giving, we are such great people. If somebody is taking only, you can give, right? If somebody is not taking, how will you become a charitable person? So somebody else is making you that. They are making you. Each significant relationship in your life is one dimension of you. You know what? If you have this feeling, if you just have this simple understanding, every relationship, wow, they are making me experience this dimension of me. They are making me. You will have such completion and such gratitude towards that other person. There will never be any incompletion. If you understand this, you will never have malice, that intense hatred in your system. Yes, you will not associate with such people, but you will not have hatred towards them. I'm not saying if somebody is being like that, you have to associate with them. No, you don't have to associate. Actually, you should move away from them, but you don't have to have hatred or incompletion towards them, isn't it? So each significant relationship in your life is one dimension of you. And unless you fulfill all your dimensions, how can you be fulfilled? Until and unless you fulfill all your dimensions, means others, how can you be fulfilled? Again and again, the ego forgets, the ahankara forgets that all its joy comes only when it stretches itself to others, not when it fights with others' expectations. Only when it stretches to others' expectations, we will have that joy. You very conveniently forget this important fact and take life happening to you with others for granted. You think, my brother has to behave like a brother. My father has to behave like a father. My teacher has to behave like a teacher. Without taking the responsibility or understanding that you should also fulfill your role. We always think we are fulfilling. But are we really? Are we seeing the joy in their faces? Right? Only if they are fulfilled, that means we fulfilled our role, isn't it? So why should the teacher enrich the student? If the student does not take the responsibility of enriching the teacher, Krishna beautifully enriches Arjuna. He says, if you don't do yajna, means enriching sacrifice, and give back to the divine for what you receive, you are a thief. Krishna very beautifully says. The yajna means the homas we are doing, the offerings we are offering to whom? Through the fire we are offering back to the divine, isn't it? So he says, if you don't do enriching sacrifice, means yajna, and give back to the divine for what you are receiving, you are a thief. It means that anything you receive from the cosmos without enriching in return is stolen. Naturally, we are born. By birth, we are enjoying water, this earth, fire, this air, everything. Naturally, automatically, right? This nature is contributing so much to us. That is why we are alive. So when we don't enrich in return, it is like we are stealing. We don't have a right. So please understand, enriching means taking responsibility for everyone. I tell you, when you take responsibility for others, extraordinary powers start flowing through you. When you start enriching others, the whole cosmos starts expressing through you. Whenever you enrich others, the energy that flows through you is cosmic energy. If you want to taste the experience, cosmic energy, just start enriching others. This is a key point. You have to note this. If you want to taste and experience cosmic energy, just start enriching others. The excitement you feel, the freshness you feel, and the readiness, the joy, and the inspiration that happens in you is all cosmic energy, pure cosmic energy. Just see, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, he's the ultimate embodiment of enriching. His very presence is enriching. Throughout the Gita, he takes responsibility for Arjuna's inauthenticity, isn't it? Throughout the delivering of the Gita, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is taking responsibility for Arjuna's inauthenticity, for Arjuna's confusion. He's taking responsibility of Arjuna without giving up on him. That is why this Gita is delivered. See, when incarnation took responsibility for one devotee's inauthenticity, Gita, the greatest scripture, got delivered. It's a miracle, isn't it? It's alive since last 6,000 years. Gita. That is the power of responsibility. That is the power of enriching. The entire Gita itself is the manifestation of Sri Krishna's enriching expression. Bhagavad Gita is Lord Sri Krishna's gift to the world, enriching generations and generations with its timeless truths. Lord Sri Krishna blesses Arjuna and humanity with the ultimate tools to look inward and explode in divine consciousness. Again and again and again, Krishna beautifully says, to know yourself is to know God. What Sri Krishna says is true for everyone. Whether you accept it or not, any idea that you have about yourself, other than the understanding that you are God, is low esteem, self-esteem. What you are lacking is just the awareness of the truth. Once you realize the truth that you are God, there is no difference between you and Krishna. You are also enlightened, isn't it? Krishna is so compassionate that he expresses the whole Bhagavad Gita just to prove that you are God. He came to prove that you are God. He has no need to prove that he is God. He did not deliver Gita to prove that he is God. He doesn't have to prove anything. He delivered it to prove that we are God. His mission is to prove that you are God. His mission is to enlighten Arjuna, and through Arjuna, the rest of the humanity. Krishna's expression is the ultimate enriching, because he takes responsibility even for your enlightenment. Please understand, he's already enlightened. He doesn't have to take any responsibility. We should be bothered about our enlightenment. But he's taking responsibility for our enlightenment. That is why he concludes the Bhagavad Gita with the importance of completing with one's root patterns and joyfully surrendering to life. Krishna showers himself on Arjuna, waking him up to the experience of the whole. He simply says, drop everything and surrender unto me. Drop everything you know as dharma means, understand, See, not only our low identities about ourselves, even the good qualities are our identities, right? We cognize ourselves, right? Like we are a charitable person or we are a good person, whatever. Even this identity is a bondage. Or I have to be very dharmic, righteousness. After a certain period of time, even the righteousness, the dharma, you have to drop. So very simply, just Krishna says, Lord Krishna says, drop everything and surrender unto me. Drop everything you know as dharma. Whatever righteousness you are thinking that it is righteousness. You are perceiving that way. Drop whatever you are perceiving as dharma also. Whatever you think you know as life, just drop it. He says, I will liberate you from all sinful actions. Do not worry. Surrender comes only by enriching. You can't surrender on your own. Surrender and you want to drop it. You want to drop the whatever hangovers and you want to surrender at his feet. That is an intention, good intention, and technique you are doing by visualizing that you are dropping. Of course, one day it will lead you to the surrender. But just by using that technique, that does not mean that moment you have already surrendered. No. Surrender means instantly, without you doing anything, it will happen on its own. If a complete surrender has happened, that means already you're enlightened. So still we didn't get enlightened yet, right? So that means we are only doing the technique for surrender. Pure integrity is enlightenment. Pure completion is enlightenment. Pure surrender is enlightenment. Pure listening is enlightenment. That experience, when it happens to you, you will not even know that you surrendered. That's the beauty of it. The beauty of it is, I am surrendering this. That also will disappear. You will not even be able to recognize that you are surrendering. A true gratitude is, oh, I am in gratitude to Swamiji. You will not even feel I am in gratitude. When the true gratitude happens, you will just flow. You don't even know that you are in gratitude. So, Krishna says, I will liberate you from all sinful reactions. Please understand, action is not sinful, reaction is sinful. See here what Krishna is saying. Drop everything you know as dharma. Whatever you think know as life, just drop it. I will liberate you from all your sinful reactions. Do not worry. Our reaction is what? Creating karma. He's saying, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma suchah. Means, the enlightened master is nothing but concentrated life. When you drop your conflicts, your root patterns, and surrender to his wisdom, he liberates you. This is the ultimate enriching. When the individual soul drops its conflicts, its root patterns, and surrender to his wisdom, he liberates you. The moment he liberates you, that is when true surrender happens. This is the ultimate enriching which Bhagavan is doing. So Krishna, this Bhagavad Gita is an expression of enriching which Krishna delivered, isn't it? Krishna's expression of enriching. So please understand, these four tattvas are the very nectar pot of spirituality. They exist in our very DNA. They are the natural flow of life and they can solve any problem. No matter how many understandings we have, how many techniques we are doing, if you have to get complete every moment. Please understand, it is not that we had only past karmas and we are not doing any more. Every moment we are picking up agame karmas. That is why every moment when you are enriching, every moment completion starts happening to you. That is how the past will get erased. The technique for the past to be erased, enriching. Every moment you are enriching, completion will be happening on its own. There is no need to separately surrender. Then there's no need to do a completion technique separately. All you need to do is enrich others' lives. And surrender, completion, integrity, listening, everything will happen on its own. Please understand, you should not be leaving things, they should leave you. That is true renunciation. Renunciation is not what you leaving something which you have. No. Renunciation has to happen on its own. How? Things will be dropping from you on their own. The more and more higher understandings you're having, the more and more when you're living the higher truths, all those things will be dropping from you. And true renunciation happens. True surrender happens. True listening happens. When you live these tattvas, you will find that with integrity, the innate intelligence to expand is straightened and the space of positivity is awakened in you. With authenticity, life continuously oozes in you. You experience the space of possibility. Integrity, space of positivity. Authenticity, space of possibility. With responsibility, you awaken to your true nature, Ishwaratva, leadership consciousness blossoms in you. With enriching, you establish your existence into everything and ultimately experience yourself as Brahmanyam Bahuputratam, means the favorite inheritor of the cosmos. These four universal principles will continuously inspire, encourage, and make you experience your ultimate possibility. When you live these tattvas, you will constantly expand and fulfill the very purpose for which the Bhagavad Gita was delivered. What is the purpose for which Lord Sri Krishna delivered this Bhagavad Gita? Only for you to constantly expand and fulfill the very purpose of you living all these principles and getting enlightened, isn't it? To make us live these four principles and get enlightened only, Bhagavad Gita was delivered. Please understand, Mahabharata, it is the personification of Gita. To fully internalize the message of the Bhagavad Gita calls for a deeper insight into its genesis. We must go back into its great origin, the Mahabharata. Gita was delivered because of Mahabharata only, right? The origin is Mahabharata. Mahabharata is the physical, visual presentation of the Bhagavad Gita. All the principles of life that are explained in the Gita are portrayed in the personified form of characters in the Mahabharata. That is why, understand, after 6,000 years also, so many times Mahabharata TV serials they release. No matter how many times you see that Mahabharata, you're never bored, tired. Why? You know, all those characters are living around you and inside you every moment. It's not like those characters are dead. The characters which are personified in that, portrayed in that Mahabharata are still living, no, inside you and around you. So it's a continuous alive characters. That is why you're never bored of Mahabharata. All the principles that Sri Krishna teaches in the Gita, the Mahabharata is a movie of those live principles. Mahabharata is a book where the personification of each quality appears as one character. See, understand? You live so many different experiences in your life. You carry so many parts. One part of you is integrity. One part of you is authenticity. Another part is responsibility. And some part of you is enriching. One part of you is self-doubt. Isn't it? Now I spoke till now. The four principles which are part of us, parts of us. What about the part of us which is self-doubt? Some part of us is self-hatred. And another part of us is self-denial. And one part of us is knowledge. One part of us is compassion. One part of us is violence. One part of us is cunningness. And one part of us is penance, tapas. One part of us is pure silence. When all these parts are fully awakened in you, you are full bloomed, then you are Krishna. Then you yourself are Krishna. That is why one part of us, cunningness, is the character in Mahabharata who? Shakuni, uncle of Kauravas. One part of us, Dharma, who is the personified character in Mahabharata? Yudhishthira, the eldest son of Pandu, King Pandu. That is, so every part of us is one character in the Mahabharata. The celebration of life is Sri Krishna. That is one part of us too, isn't it? Our consciousness is the reflection of our pure consciousness. The celebration of life. That is Sri Krishna. He is the Purna Avatar, the most powerful and complete incarnation, the embodiment of pure love and compassion. Understand? Sri Krishna is the personification beyond any personality who never gives up on people. Even those who are hypocrites and adharmic, he can simply enter into any multi-layered personality and joyfully play to handle them as they are. If you understand the Mahabharata, you will understand the complexity of personalities or the complexity of you. Because all those personalities are part of you. One part of you, isn't it? You will never have hatred or denial to some part of you or towards some part of others, because others are a reflection of you. You will understand how to handle the whole life as it is. Here, what we are going to learn in Bhagavad Gita is, understand, you will understand the complexity of personalities. By understanding that, you are understanding the complexity of you. The moment you understand the complexity of you, you will never have hatred or denial or doubt to some part of you. When you don't have hatred or denial to some part of you, you will not have hatred or denial or doubt on some part of others. When you don't have, naturally you will understand how to handle the whole life as it is. As it is, you will not even ask for any change in your life. You will not ask, hey, I hope this part of my life changes. You will just know how to handle it. You just need to handle it as it is. That's all. Never ask for change, because everything is ever changing. It will change. Everything will pass. It's not like everything is going to be permanently in the same way. No, everything is going to pass. Understand? Pancha Pandavas, or the 5 sons of King Pandu, are the embodiment of the great powers that come from the 4 tattvas of life, which I explained just now. They are the embodiment of great powers, manifestation of powers that come when you live 4 tattvas of life. Yudhishthira is an embodiment of integrity, the power of words, Vak Shakti. Bhima, second son, is embodiment of authenticity, the power of thoughts, Mano Shakti. Arjuna is embodiment of responsibility, the power of feeling, Prema Shakti. Sahadeva is embodiment of enriching, the power of living, Atma Shakti. Nakula is embodiment of causing reality for others. So Kunti is the mother of Pancha Pandavas. She is the embodiment of tapas, penance. Only with penance you will be able to live these tattvas, isn't it? Only when you live these tattvas, great powers will manifest. tapas, penance, aligns with the different powers of nature and gives birth to integrity, authenticity, responsibility, and enriching. Kunti connects with the power of nature, Surya, sun god, Yamadharma, the god of time, justice, Vayu, wind god, Indra, king of gods, and Ashwini Kumaras, divine physicians of gods, and gives birth to Pandavas. So beautifully Swamiji is demystifying God. When we read Bhagavad Gita, do we even think from this angle? No. Look at him, how he's the subtlest truths he's bringing out. We've never seen, when we saw the Mahabharata story, we've never perceived Kunti from this angle. Listen, Yudhishthira is integrity. Integrity is born from Kala, Yamadharma, the Lord of time, righteousness, who is the most integrated being in the cosmos. Yamadharma, as the son of time, Yudhishthira never misses time and is integrated to Dharma. That is why Yudhishthira is also glorified as Dharma Raja, the king of Dharma, is the embodiment of integrity. Next comes second son, second Pandava. Bhima is the embodiment of authenticity. He is the physiology of peak possibility. See, when Krishna initiates Arjuna into authenticity, he teaches what? Yogaha karmasu kausalam. He teaches the integrity in peak action, yoga. So, Bhima is an embodiment of physiology of peak possibility. Most authentic being is Vayu, the wind energy. Bhima is the son of Vayu, authenticity. Hey, just imagine, even one moment wind is not here. What will happen? Our breath will stop, we'll die, isn't it? Only constantly, if the wind god is giving us prana, we are alive, we are breathing. Pranic energy, pranic layer is alive because of him only. The Bhima is the son of Vayu, authenticity. His whole life is an ideal of constantly expanding with strength of authenticity without any tiredness or powerlessness. You should understand these each characters. Only then you are going to, all this Bhagavad Gita, which you'll be able to understand the subtlest truth. Next comes Arjuna, is the embodiment of responsibility, the space of leadership. Indra, the king of the gods, is the most responsible person in the universe. So, Arjuna is the son of responsibility. Arjuna is also Nara, who embodies the responsibility of Narayana, Sri Krishna himself. The tradition says that Krishna and Arjuna are incarnations of Nara and Narayana, meaning they are the same energy that expresses as Paramashiva and Jivatma. I spoke about it, right? Paramatma and individual soul. Super consciousness and its reflection on body. Arjuna is the pure reflection of super consciousness. That is why he is so devoted. In Vaishnava tradition, please understand, Vishnu expresses himself as Narayana and Nara. In Shaiva tradition, in Shaivism, we call them as Pashupati, pure soul, and the soul that reflects on the body. The pure soul is Pati, and the reflection of the soul on the body is Pashu. So in Shaiva it is called Pashupati, in Vaishnavism it's called Narayana. Narayana. Pure soul is Narayana, and the soul that reflects on the body is Nara. So, Nara, Arjuna, is just the very own reflection of Narayana. So, Nakula and Sahadeva, the Ashwini Kumaras, are the most enriching beings, the greatest doctors, healers. Understand, doctor's profession is the best enriching profession. They are sons of the greatest healers who are the greatest enrichers. Even when the enemy Duryodhana comes to Sahadeva, understand, even when the enemy Duryodhana comes to Sahadeva to heal during the war. He blesses, Sahadeva blesses him, saying, you start the war on this day, you will be successful. He's telling the opponent, see, he's not carrying the idea that, oh, this guy starts on a proper day means he will win, my brother will lose. He's not thinking like that. He's saying, he's advising the opponent, you start the war on this specific day, then you will be successful. He's giving a winning strategy to the enemy. Look at the level of enriching. That level of enriching even the enemy. Nakula went on being a catalyst for everyone to realize the reality for others. He is such an amazing support for Yudhishthira, Arjuna, Bhima and Sahadeva, and for everyone. All these 5 Pandavas won the game of life only when they listened to their Guru, Sri Krishna, Master. Only when they listened, they won the game. Otherwise, and unaccountable times, the Pandavas were in the jaws of death. Please understand? And they would have been killed or died. Unaccountable times. It is their association with the Guru, the satsang. That is why I ask you to watch Nitya Satsang every day. Association with Guru, Upanishad with Guru, sitting in the satsang. The satsang, association with truth, that saves them again and again and again. I tell you, whoever you may become, never miss Nitya Satsang. Never miss the association of a living Guru. Never miss watching Nityananda TV. Understand, Mahabharata is actually your life. It is nothing but the story of all incompletions. Your body is the earthly kingdom that is attacked by your incompletion. Please understand. What is the Hastinapur kingdom? Your body. All the Duryodhana, Shakuni, everybody are incompletions which are attacking your body. The root patterns of self-doubt, self-hatred and self-denial that weigh you down and forbid the Tattvas, Pandavas to manifest as your great powers. In the war field of your life, the Kauravas, Dhritarashtra, Shakuni and Duryodhana, along with Bhima, Bhishma, the great grandfather, and Karna, the eldest of Pandavas, the stand they are taking is what? Self-doubt in you, self-denial in you, self-hatred in you. It's very interesting how each character is, the role played in Mahabharata is how one part of you it is, how to deal with it. So till enriching, I've already told you about all the characters which are portrayed. The more you read the story and the way Krishna handles, you will understand how to deal with our life, exactly how to deal with our problems, exactly how to deal with our obstacles. We can just remove them like this from our life. It's so intense. Are you seeing? It taught us, it gave us so many clicks, it taught us so many truths about ourselves.